complimentary, and to get you started for the weekend with top trending songs on the DJ's Vibe every Friday. All this from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy your Saturdays on the Fun Box from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for laughter, relaxation, and family moments. And no, we do not forget the little ones. Bedtime stories at 8 p.m. We measure our success by how we wow our customers and listening audience. Stay tuned, for this is Radio Fry Fry on 97.1 FM.
Aliyu Melody on the microphone. Aliyu Super Melody.
That woman we been keeping company, man, no. They post na media. They don't suck up. The man we been they brag for the social media. Say this man no they go nowhere. They don't suck up. See me now. I know I'm palava, so I keep on private. Me relationship, I dey keep am low key. I know I'm palava, so I keep on private. Isabella. Colano. You go sour for you go sour. Put your relationship na social media. Online he lost and they for spoil. Them go turn on for you social shit. That woman we been keeping company, man, no. They post na media. They don't suck up. The man we been they brag for the social media. Say this man no they go nowhere. They don't suck up. See me now. I know I'm palava, so I keep on private. Me relationship, I dey keep am low key. I know I'm palava, so I keep on private. Nothing there when not possible. Impossible could be possible. Forget about the online laws, so they not the mate, they just the pueblo. You push the man, they jog am, now you wanna know. Why she they cry, they don't post the pueblo. Wahala. That woman we been keeping company, man, no. They post na media, they don't suck up. The man we been they brag for the social media. Say this man no they go nowhere. They don't suck up. See me now. I know I'm palava, so I keep on private. Me relationship, I dey keep am low key. I know I'm palava, so I keep on private.
Mina Lansana Sharif, aka Steady Bongo Darubombo, Jave Chief Don Kaila on this street at the Talk to Radio Fry 97.1 FM. Hello.
It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything. It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything.
Hello, Fumbledom. On a good afternoon. On a good morning. Welcome once again to the Brunch brought to you courtesy of Radio Fry Fry 97.1 FM. Of course, when I would think say why I say good afternoon at the sun would they see. Sorry, in inside studio, they need to sound this light. It is well. Anyway, good morning there, wherever you are. I pray you're having a wonderful day. I pray that wherever you are able to, have been able to start your day well. Unfortunately, just in case don't start your day well, that's why we are here. We're here to motivate you, inspire you, encourage you, and help you see things in a far better light. So just get yourself. Of course, you know that the Brunch show is coming to you every weekday, Monday to Friday, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, which means, say every weekday, you get something wonderful for me, Yeri, something where for be a part of conversation, where they for a month span. And nothing that they mean, it means say you don't need for feedback somebody where they can go, sir. Not like we the crew there, who like for listening to something there, or no make them no say with the Yeri. Feel free, because say usually when they open the phone lines, the second hour you go able for call and you say give your own contribution. Wherever you day, whether it be say you day in the provinces or you day in a free tongue, for say Kushe, Adu, Kabo, Kaingoma, Seke, Bua, Demboko, I know sabi all the language automatically. Wherever you are, you're welcome. Okay, so going straight into the program, of course, say usually we can start with Papa God, so we can get with verse of the day, then we can transition into the quote of the week, and obviously we get somebody where they can learn a lot from. Not to me, they can't see the person. So with verse of the day today, they come up from Colossians 3:23, and it says, "Whatever you do your work heartily, as for the Lord rather than men." Whatever you do your work heartily, as for the Lord rather than men. Other versions of scripture will say, "Do it as unto the Lord." Waiting down they mean say whatever they do and fine. Do unto the best of your ability. Do a well one. Like I say na Papa God you they do and for. Not to like we do out like now for mortal man. I believe say where they can go into the conversation more, you understand why I make this very important. Then also we get we quote of the week where they come out from John F. Kennedy, and it says, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." This is a very important phenomenon. We get to think about very widely, especially as Sierra Leoneans, where, all man they expect, say, Papa, government go out something. All man they expect, say, will they get some foreigners, they will open opportunities in a salon. Well, that is what we are talking about. Not the look, say, help they come for the country, other side. Now you forbid the help of the country. Now you for bring the country to also you want to forbid. See that vision where you get for salon. That's what you want for me, Mama Salon fi balek. You know for be image, you know for be picture, you know for just be one dream. You know if for be something where you consciously they work out towards for make them a reality. Even if not, so you get for be the first person for enjoy and that's much. Maybe say your generation where they come after you able for benefit because you been Siam. Obviously now we're going straight into the conversation properly. Fine one. We're not can just kind of say where we can get I would say ladida. We can want for bring you I would say good content. So until we go help yourself for improve inside your own personal day-to-day life. But remember say inside this month we get a focus. We focus on civic responsibility and personal self-growth. What does that mean? It means say Friday try for help you for understand say. You see, where you as a person grow, where you as a person develop, where you as a person add to your value, nothing they happen, it also add to the value of salon. Now the thing, where salon man get value, salon they get value. Where salon man increase in value, salon value they increase. Where then can say, hey, salon not better, salon this, salon that. Not to like I say, now salon are the issue. Now we the citizens in the salon are the issue. So we get for take up on ourselves say, you see, that responsibility they not to other person own. Now we own. And we take them for make tomorrow. We self able for glad like how they celebrate other African countries like Ghana and Nigeria. Say then good for this and good for that. Say we for call salon. Say we self don't come to a place where we good for something. And for make and this conversation also makes sense. We want to talk about excellence. Not for just do something or for just sabi something, no, but for do it in an excellent way. And for make that day happen, we get one sober master sabi person. We come all the way from Nigeria. I'm telling you, this guy is good. And not like I say, just can't no more for can't talk and all of that. He has been doing it. This is his profession, and he's really professional in it. I don't see a few courses the way they do on so many different things. Obviously, he gets. I would say they mostly pay attention to relationship and all that kinds of things. If they under and you want to know more about how for understand the dynamics of married, but that kind of thing and they demand this. But don't worry, you're going to meet him. You know what I do? I give you the opportunity for me to introduce yourself to family.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. It's okay to go English, right? Okay, yeah. So my name is CHIEMEZIE of OFODUM, popularly known as Coach Maisie.
Okay.
All right. I'm a life coach.
Okay.
Relationship coach. And then marriage and family therapist.
Wow. Mm-hmm. You know how strange that they sound for salon, man?
Why?
Like for my born at the first and it's I say life coach then at salon.
Oh wow.
Or relationship therapist then no salon man or I don't pay. We the best we'll get for life coach and a relationship therapist now pastor there.
Oh yeah.
Now,
yeah, that's true.
Now pastor or imam there. Now they will get.
Yes.
We not or if you say you not get that and then you the album say so until your uncle, your auntie or your papa go manage for fair way for make time for you. But you see this one way they do so. But you know
no, so it's true because generally, not just in Sierra Leone, it's a new coaching generally is a new industry.
Okay.
Globally.
Okay.
So when I say new, it's not like it's just started, but maybe a couple of years, a couple of decades, right? But in Africa,
it's been introduced.
It's been introduced. It's still very new in Africa.
Okay.
So yes, even in Nigeria, I mean, the people you introduce yourself to as a coach and they're wondering, coach, what's
football
that? What do you that? What do they do? What do you want to tell me that life coach? Now you tell me how to live my life, So it's not, people are not used to it until they have a need for the service.
Okay.
And then when you charge them and tell them you have to pay for this, they want you to give ordinary advice. Like they charge me to give advice. But no, it's not advice. It's not advice. It's a training, it's a process, and it's a professional skill.
Okay.
So globally, I mean, it's a professional skill. There are lots and lots and lots of courses that you have to take to become certified and then to keep improving yourself in this space. So yes, it's new in Africa, but is very relevant.
Well, family, you said that again. Life, now radio fry. Life, na school. You need to go through life without school. Life gets school just in case you say, hey, me I not get the opportunity for go college. I don't get the opportunity for go school. And life made na school. If you're not able to understand the school of life, my brother, it's an issue.
It's an issue. It's an issue.
Anyway, and just in case you don't know, that is why if you not take time, that is why actually this show is here, the Brunch Show. What you can find out how they do. They bring in real life topics and for help you out there, for maybe for navigate your way through different choices and challenges that they face in their life in the different spheres of your life. For me, yourself able for Canada place where you go say you're a master of different things inside the school of life. But you see, Fry will not charge you. You see, Uncle Chi.
Oh yes.
Uncle Chi, they charge you. They charge you big time.
Oh yes.
But anyway, we're going back to our conversation because, of course, we'll not say today we want to talk about excellence.
Oh yes.
And I believe say one of the reasons for make you sit on that today now because of, well, I would say to a very large extent you don't allow yourself for work in excellence in what you do now. Make that people for recommend you for be part of it today. So I want to understand, like in your own personal perspective, because it's not a dictionary they talk about.
Yeah.
What do you go say in your personal perspective now excellence to you, sir?
Very good, very good. Okay, I'll define something, but I'll give examples.
Okay.
Because sometimes I like to use examples that we can.
That would be
relate to.
wonderful.
So excellence simply means to be outstanding. All right, to be positively outstanding.
Okay.
Because you can be outstanding for you can feel so bad that that other your failure it pass other people. No, not that one. We're talking about being positively outstanding.
Okay.
Being the best. All right. Excellence means the highest quality of a thing per time.
Okay.
And I'll explain why I said that. Okay. But to give more examples, let me use the typical school system.
Okay.
You know, in your school, when you write exams, you have a grading system, right? You have A, you have B, you have C, and I'm sure it's the same thing here. So maybe A means for those who score above, in some cases, 80%. If you score above 80, between 80 and 100 in your exam, that is an A. A is usually alpha, excellent, right? Then B is very good.
Okay.
Then C is good. Then D is fair.
You know, is that a way that you can break that into Sierra Leonean terms? Because in Sierra Leone we don't have A, B, and C much.
Okay,
what we
so
have
what
is
do we have?
50%, 60%,
Good.
80%.
Good. So generally the scoring is over 100.
Okay.
Okay. So the people who are the closer you are to the highest mark shows that you are doing very good.
Yeah.
That is excellent.
Okay.
The farther you are from the highest mark shows that you're doing poorly. You see that? So, if you score 90 over 100, that's excellent. It means you missed only 10 points.
Okay.
But if you score 25 over 100, that means you missed a whole 75 points.
Wow.
You get it right? Now, that's just for the academic system.
Okay.
Because in real life, we have seen that some people that did not do well in school
They do well
in life.
Yeah.
So not be by academics. Because they say if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will fail.
It's good.
If you judge a monkey by its ability to swim, it may fail compared to the fish. Do you understand? So there are different areas. Everybody has different areas. But I'm just using that as an example. So the closer you are to the highest mark shows excellent. And usually what we have seen in life is that not everybody, there's usually a fewer percentage that pushes up that high.
Okay.
All right. And then a larger percentage at the middle, and then some other lower percentage towards the base, right? So using that example, excellence means the ability to be positively outstanding, to score so high, to do so well that everybody looks up to you, everybody acknowledges you, and everybody commends you. People clap, they try, you know, now he scored the highest. You see, so that's just a way of explaining what excellence is. Being outstanding, being very good at what you're doing.
You see,
everybody notices it.
When you talked about excellence in that light, it helped me. I feel like I can't say the corona. It helped me foresee like certain things that I believe a lot of people are not pay attention to, and I pray so we can them in and say.
Oh yes, we're going to those
for example, once we talk about now that if you judge fish by ability for claim tick.
Yeah.
It go fail.
It go fail. Well.
Then the same way, if you judge monkey by ability for swim na water, him being go fail. So it shall we say everybody gets in your own place now this world where God make for and for shine.
Exactly.
Unfortunately now, when we talk about excellence here, so I believe say another thing we get for watch where you look for excellence, first in our positioning, firstly knowing your place in this world.
Oh yes.
Unfortunately, I believe say this is where excellence begins to be tough.
Oh yes.
Especially for everybody except the world, because when you are born into a society that has created a structure that forces you to fit the mold.
You're nailing it already. Go ahead.
So you by just being born, you might not lose already because as you see, go to school and say, hey, this and this and this and this and this are the things that you should be. You see this, like for example, what you have chosen to be a life career. They don't teach you how to do it in school.
No, they don't teach
There is no courses on that in school. So you will go primary school, you start kindergarten, you go now from kindergarten, you go to primary school, you go to secondary school, and even go to the university, you come out and you don't have paper for what you're doing.
Oh yes.
So at the end of the day, I feel like if we should be very honest.
Yeah.
Life is the most important thing compared to every other thing.
Oh, yes.
But we don't have people that have mastered life. We have a lot of people that have mastered science.
Oh, yes.
Have mastered other things. And life is there killing them. That's why you will see somebody has a lot of PhDs.
Oh, yeah.
But that person is smoking his life away, drinking his life away, is messing up with his family, beating his wife anyhow. And he say, hey, but this man is a very successful man. But are we sure that is success, really?
In fact, I like the way you're taking the conversation because you're speaking to the core matters. Now, let me start with what you said about being born into a society that already programs you in a kind of way. Yeah. You see, culture, they say, is the way of life of a people.
Okay.
All right. So, by the time you are born into an environment where nobody necessarily strives to be the best, where everybody is okay where we are, just manage it. This is how life is. It cannot be better.
Yeah.
You see, you'll find yourself already thinking that way. You will know that there's a possibility out there. You will know that things can be better. Yeah. Why? Because the environment you're born into conditions your mind. And this is the biggest challenge we have.
Wow.
Because environment programs you. It conditions your mind. Some people don't realize this, but what's happening is that from the day you were born, your upbringing, your environment, and all the people you had to interact with in life have been suggesting different kinds of programming to you, or conditioning, let me use that word. Yeah. This is the way we do it here. This is how life is. Don't dream too much. Don't expect too much. Just take it easy. If you make calm, you make calm. If you don't make calm, you don't make calm. One thing I hear people say when you ask them, what are your plans for life? They say, it's on God. It's on God. And I say, okay, what does that mean?
But I think it's just religion. They're like confessing faith.
So you see, they think they are confessing faith, but that is not even faith, because I will explain with time if I get there.
Okay.
That faith, in fact, the Bible says it, that faith without works is dead. So what proves faith is the demonstration, is the action that you are taking. Yeah. So you see, this person that is telling you is on God. The question I will now ask them is, okay, so what are you doing that God will bless? You see how now? So what did God will bless? You just sit down there and say, bless
your hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams. That is very good. You know the good thing about dreams? No matter how beautiful your dream is, if you don't wake up, it's still a dream.
Wow.
If you don't wake up, it's still a dream.
It's so true.
Oh, yes.
It's so true. And you know what's so bad about this is that, this quotation you just gave is basically the reality of most of the Africans. I'm not even talking about Sierra Leone. It's actually the reality of most Africans. Yeah. If you walk into a place, I don't want to use a place full of lazy people.
Yeah.
You ask each and every one of them the question, what do you really want to be in life? you
tell
will
you
hear
amazing
beautiful things.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful things. And most of them, if you check, they have skills to match these things that they are saying.
True.
Well, they have the potential
They have
for
potential.
the skill.
Good. We're coming there.
But, and then eventually now, they will still sit there wallowing in nothing, knowing that they still have this dream and they're not working towards it.
Oh, yes.
And unfortunately, some of them would even give you ambitions, passions on dreams that they want to accomplish. And if you check, their potential is not even working towards that dream. Like you will see, you walk into a place and you meet somebody that is skilled with woodwork.
Yeah.
And he's telling you that he wants to be a doctor. I'm like, okay, why? Say, doctor, and I get money. This is why I do, you not get money.
Good point there. Good point. So, make I take out from there. You know, you mentioned something that when we go to school, you're trained, you study science, you study math, you study engineering, you know. There's something about the educational system, especially in Africa, which is the fact that it trains you to be employees. Yeah. Check it out. All through your schooling.
Yeah.
It trains you to be employees. What are the things you hear in school? Study, pass, so that you can get a good job. That's what, in fact, it's a global educational standard.
Yeah.
You know, parents tell their children, go to school, study hard, work hard, so that you can get a good job. So that you can become an engineer. In their mind, you can work for the big companies.
Yeah.
What is faulty there is that they are not even finding out what do you love to do.
True.
What are you skilled at? Let's not even talk skill yet. I'll break it down just now. What are your potentials?
Thank you.
Do you understand? Yeah. And when we talk about potentials, we are saying, what are those abilities you have? God Almighty, the Creator, put them in you. From small picking, from childhood, from when you did belly, every human being in this world has potential.
Yeah.
See, not get one person for this world where they're useless. You know, nobody. Every human being that is breathing has potentials.
Yes.
And potential simply means innate ability. So by innate, we mean, you know, they active. You know, it's not yet discovered, but it's there inside. All right. For physics, that time they talk about potential and kinetic energy, and then the easiest definition we'll give them now: potential energy is the energy an object is in at a state of rest.
Okay.
Yes. So energy day, power day, life day, but you know they use exactly. So they at rest. So it day inside, but they know they use them. So it's potential. Then they say it's kinetic when you put it to use.
Yeah.
So you get this example what they like to use. There's something called a demolition ball.
Okay.
It's like a big iron. It's a big stone made of iron, and then usually you know all these bulldozers them.
Yeah.
You know, so when they want to pull down some houses, all they just do is they release the demolition ball, and it runs like a pendulum. It runs through the house.
Okay.
Because it's a very heavy iron, as they run through, they scatter the house. Right now, that iron has the ability to scatter the house, but only when you release it. You see, now.
Yeah.
For the period that you still hold it up there,
it
has energy, but it's not useful. So that's how many people are. They get the energy, they get the skill, they get the potential, but they're not the user. So you just did there. You go old, that potential go still there. You go lost, you go waste, you don't go use them. But it did. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the moment you release it, it can cause catastrophe. It can change the world. Right? So every human being has potential. But many times our culture and our conditioning and our educational system, all right, trains us to not recognize those potentials.
Or to suppress it.
Or to make us believe it is not good enough.
True.
Yes.
True.
So that is why somebody wey sabi do woodwork go say, no, I want be medical doctor. Because na doctor them get respect.
Yeah.
Na doctor them get money. But you know what that person don't know? Say every building where did this world, there's woodwork involved. So what if you're the contractor who handles that job?
Wow.
What if you're the one supplying the wood to all the vendors and engineers in Sierra Leone?
Wow.
You see, but school does not teach you to think like that. School teaches you to try and work in the company that somebody owns. Not to tell yourself that I can set up my own. And that is why something is happening these days. I know about it in Nigeria. I don't know about generally, but entrepreneurship is being introduced into university
It's happening
curriculum
here as well.
Awesome. You know, it's been introduced into the curriculum because now they're saying that, say those days, government get work for everyody, just like that civil service. But these days, they say, I see the bill. Work not there. Do you understand? So now the middle class have to rise up and start businesses and create solutions. All right. And the more you create those solutions, the more you make money, the more you employ more people. So people, do you understand? Now the community is being empowered.
Yeah.
But not depending on civil service per se, but now because individuals are creating solutions. But the ability to think like that many times is a deviation from the normal. Because all that everybody want here now, how much that they pay you for where you they work. You don't get good job. You know, if the place where they work, they know they pay plenty money. They go say, you just,
not
serious. They're not serious. Go find another one. But what if that person you're telling to find a job is supposed to be a woodwork, a carpenter, or a wood seller, or a businessman, or a life coach? You see, what if, because society has made you feel like that thing is not important enough, you find yourself trying to become what society is programming you to think is important. So you don't get the brain for medicine at all, but you go to try. That's what you go to fail.
You don't waste money.
You know, you go just waste money. Say, I go make out, I go try my best. And even if you can't manage to make out, because you know how you struggle, you go get the confidence to practice them.
You know, when you talk about this, it bring me back to this part where I believe say a lot of African parents and I really say they kill them picking them. They don't know saying I kill them.
They don't know.
In which you go see, for example, that 2 ways or 3 ways I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
First, they get this one way the parents go don't fail by waiting in being get ambition
Waiting get your personal ambition for.
Then because he not able get the opportunity for doing in your life, it force him picking for doing.
Say must do.
By force you for turn the doctor way may not be me. He ready for do everything for support you. And that one game thing, the end of that thing another day.
Yeah, exactly.
Then unfortunately, you get the other one the way. They're not to see the one force you for and do waiting they not do. Then they force you for be successful because they never succeed.
Yes.
So they not they say by force go study medicine. Don't tell them they say and they show you all the different things in this world where they give money. If you want, you can be lawyer, you can be doctor, you can be any kind of thing. If you not be any of them one there, are not you're not serious. So then they show you say, now what me want from you, just succeed, get beaucoup money.
Yeah.
So choose no man one per then suffer the they choose for me.
Yeah.
And most of the time you go find out say them picking in the back the strain. And the last set of parents, now the one the way I go say. Then just naturally not feel say specific thing them where them picking them good at.
Yeah.
Now something with them for support. Like for example, you go born one picking and he's extremely good at football.
Oh my God.
And even though everybody they this picky too good, this picky this picky that. They say football na idleness na the country. So, na the world. Or the person in a music like that for people that we drop out.
Imagine that.
And all of those things. And so then I've listened 3 different categories of people there. Then I go say they are one of the I go say that they help for kill more man in the world. Why make I say so? Because at the end of the day you live and die unfulfilled because you never were able to see your own full potential. You were never able to express what you had in this world.
That's it.
And you know what before at the age where you go there where they die now, you know if you know say now there you for blame. You go sit down they blame yourself, say, hey, I was unfruitful.
Yeah.
But society, you parents, mostly the parents, you don't pressure you into being unproductive and you don't know.
And you don't know.
You
see, very good point where you make there. You see, talent, skill, purpose pays more than any job you can think of. Which job do you know can compare with what footballers earn internationally, the big stars? Which job? Which work?
In all day.
Which work one pay waiting the top musicians globally they earn?
Global musicians.
In fact, let me our African stars, make we even start there because they're global. Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid. Which work you want to do now we go pay within those boys they touch. There are people where they dash out $50,000, like say, they're not just the cash they carry out. In cash, help me give that person. You understand? But you see, because of this kind of conditioning, say no, all those things, no, they important, they not good, they professional. Now drop out, they do them. Person will get that talent, the parents will force you to go and become an accountant.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're an accountant with your music talent and potential, but because you are not expressing it, you are suffering in that area and struggling to live another man's dream. Yes, so you see this thing you said about our parents, and they tell people most of the times that don't blame them because they didn't know better. Every parent says, I'm doing what is best for my child.
Yes.
And my work is to make sure I help you to be the best person that you can be, but it's according to their own knowledge. Now, when they're no rich, nobody can perform above their level of persuasion.
Yeah.
So they think that this is the way that is right. But many times they don't understand the complexities and the developments of this world in terms of talent and potential, discovery.
Okay.
So because again, that same conditioning, you see how strong culture is. That same conditioning is what they were born into, is what they know, is what they grew up believing.
Yeah.
They transfer it to their children. Transfer it. The children grow up like that to transfer it to their great-grandchildren. That is how culture is passed from generation to generation. And that is why it's very important that people start waking up, because the choices you're making today is creating a new culture for your generation.
Creating a pattern, yeah.
It's either your generation will continue the pattern of suffering and poverty, or you are starting a new lineage that will now see prosperity, that will now see empowerment, a new lineage of entrepreneurs, a new lineage of people who are developing their talents and skills and prospering from it, and also raising other people. That's why it's important that young people, especially in this age and time, are paying attention to themselves, to the skill, to what God has placed on your inside.
Yes.
So whether you did school, university, secondary school, whatever it is you're studying, you need to understand that beyond that thing, there is a lot more on your inside. And until you are able to discover it, so it always starts with discovery. You need to know who you are. You need to know what you have been blessed with. All right, until you're able to discover it, and then you start sharpening it by training. So you see all this time where you spend studying maybe medicine, for example. If you have discovered that you're meant to be a musician, the same time you're spending to study medicine, start spending it to sharpen your music skills. And how do you do that? You start learning to play the instruments. You learn to play the keyboard. You learn to play the drums. You learn to play the saxophone, the trumpet. Anything your hands see, you start learning. You start learning to read musical notes.
Yeah.
You start learning, to compose songs. You start learning the business of music. Because it's one thing to have talent, another thing to understand the business of talent. Oh, yes, that's a different conversation.
That's it, yeah. I know that time.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see, so that time, that 7 years, like in Nigeria, you use 7 years to study medicine. That 7 years, you're using it to sharpen this skill. The difference now is that instead of spending time learning something that you're not really passionate about, you're spending time learning something that comes to you naturally. What you will learn, the grounds you will cover when you're doing something you love, you will learn it easier. You will cover more grounds than somebody who is struggling to learn it. So because you already have a musical talent, you can sit down 10 hours practicing on your keyboard.
Yes.
You not go even feel up. You not go remember say you never chop. You understand? People said those days that Michael Jackson will be in the studio for days, 3 days. You don't go see sunlight.
Wow.
Because what he's doing is food to him. That's what passion is. It's food for your soul.
Yeah.
Right? So you're doing something, you don't care about sunlight, you don't care about food, you don't care about who's looking for you, who's not looking for you, because you are in the flow.
Yeah.
If you can identify that thing with which you will be in the flow and give your time to it and sharpen that skill, by the time you deliver that thing to the world, the whole world will gather to honor you for that.
Wow. Fumble them. I believe we're in a lecture. We're learning. We're really learning. Just in case you're only tuning in now, this is Radio Fry 97.1 FM. And this is the Brunch Show. We are here with Coach what's the name?
Maisie, just say Maisie.
Maisie,
CHIEMEZIE.
We're here with Coach CHIEMEZIE. And he's we are see. We are seeing. Just in case you not be the see, now me and you, we are seeing now. So just in case you have day out there and you want to be part of this conversation, don't worry. We can open the phone lines very soon in the second hour of the program. But remember, I say right now, we did learn something, not learn new one. Share the love. Just go on our Facebook page right now. Click on the link. Share it to anybody who believes they're supposed for the listen to this now. If you get possible, you like somebody we care about, share this link to our main instead able for benefits from the conversation. And just go on Facebook, just type Radio Fry Fry. And you see live link. Click on them and share. And also, I want to make we come inside something quick, but just for before going into that, I remind you just in case you're on the tune now. Firstly, they talk about the things that we don't I would say don't stifle excellence in the salon, and the things that we come to conclusion on. One, now the culture. So the culture really. The culture not they make, but the culture they force you for follow one kind of educational system where they prepare you for they prepare most people there for fail because to all man this world they're born for rotten accountants. Also all man this world God watch P saying a doctor for B. So if we all they go through the same systems, it don't make sense being honest. Some people then they waiting God bless now they earn. Not to say God bless them for me, then go begin to talk like lawyer. Everybody not going for go through the same system and be successful. Everybody need a own personal system. We make if at the end of the day, if you watch what Coach CHIEMEZIE be they talk just none of that, where you don't find that scene where you no say now you need for flow in. When we come to you naturally, you they create your own system where they help you for going up, understand the different dynamics, so that the skill force you want learn, on the business side you want learn, all the different things, and they help you for work out towards what with topic today we now excellence and the happy for each day. But now, what we don't know, say, all and say, day, of course, we get parents that we don't help with or struggle with. Unfortunately, some of them, not to their fault, just like I would see they talk, because then do unto them.
Yeah, exactly.
And the one way do unto them, they be do unto himself.
Exactly.
So, like, it's just like they don't pass and down.
Yes.
So now we were the hear this, it means say now we get for consciously try for frustrate this tier so now we country may die, may done. Not so because me not be able for B, which I be one for B, me say for force me picking back for B, which I want some for B. I need for watch me picking and look for what he sabi, what he able, what he naturally like. I remember a story about this guy and call her Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods here and Papa, like them, it's like no more, just play no more. You get antique, you whap the ball. And the first way the Obobo whap the ball, in Papa say you get talent.
Get talent for you.
I know they left every day now. He begin for the fairway for buy the different thing they would help that Obobo for land, and he started at age 8. Now I noticed that different beginning from age 8.
Oh yes.
When company them they pay attention to education and school and that Tiger Woods be a whap ball.
Yes.
Now it don't reach to the point where even if Tiger Woods not play, if normal give name say he they come na golf program. Almost $1 million they fly outside the car and pockets just like that.
Yes.
Just because of how good he was able to be, because he starts in your own journey very early. Somebody be wise enough to understand, say, I for no me became talent, invest in talent, rather than invest in the structure, the system where the country they say that they all man for work they go. And they like consider other they think about golf, no one sabi Tiger Woods in him. Exactly. If you want right now, if you do golf any side of the world, you just want to make beaucoup money. Just call Tiger Woods. Say where they sign and deal with you. For me, no more you can't 5 minutes. It don't done. And I tell you something. And this is just how you create value.
That is it.
So just in case you did it, you get picking. And you don't define out say you put picking at school, you don't fail beaucoup. Sometimes not to because you became fool. This is another thing for think about. Because someone if you say Peking go school and you can't good results, it's just because you became lazy or because you became fool. At times, it also means that you as a parent need for pay attention for what you Peking sabi do and what you not sabi do. For me, you know, say, okay, this not to in, that in, that in. And all of them things. And it's not a bad thing if you Peking not fit the mold. It's not a bad thing if you Peking not get the same gift to all my else in Peking gets. Maybe Peking get in your own gift. You know what I mean? It means say it gets a real market. It means say not get competition. Able for monopolize the market. Able for make serious money. That same money where they think say doctor money go get. It will make pastor money. They simply because now you no more get that gift. See how that's in the fine. So like how would they go into I feel like I say now for go small into you can say now you know somebody now we not go through all this way go frustrate you effort or frustrate you gift and you don't know now what thing are the thing where you good at. But the only thing is you want to know how for be excellent.
Yeah, yeah.
You get any way with them for like broke down the steps then from
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So first of all, it starts with the mindset.
Okay.
You are not greater than your ability to think. Let me say it in another way. You cannot rise beyond the capacity of your thoughts.
Wow.
Yes. Your thoughts are called your self-fulfilling prophecy.
Okay.
So first of all, waiting you don't imagine about yourself. Let me strike a very important point here.
Okay.
Do you know that many people believe that they don't deserve excellence? Why? Because of the poverty, because of the lack, because of the suffering. When you present them something very good, it will be like, I never reached to get this kind of thing. So they go remove themselves, say, no be for people like us. You don't see that kind of thing before?
It be happening to myself. I ain't ashamed for talking. It be happening to myself.
Yeah.
There was a situation in my life where it's be like we don't suffer for so long.
Yeah.
And good things then begin carry away. I remember a time they even then the iPad and just begin carry. Then somebody buy iPad, gift me. I watch the iPad P. I never believe saying me
fit get
and guess what I end up do? I take a
That's
giveaway.
give somebody.
Yeah, I say I go film somebody will I did see up there.
Yeah.
I say I just want to give you this and all. And later on I can understand say this thing not to say not good I be try for do. It's just low self-esteem.
Exactly. Exactly. So you see, that's why it starts there. Do you even think do you believe you deserve excellence? If you don't believe that you deserve it, that you can do it, there is no way you will walk in it. Yes. So that's the first thing I tell people. Begin to see yourself there.
Yeah.
Begin to see yourself there. That's one of the first things.
Okay.
Begin to work on your mindset. And how do you do that? Start identifying the things that give you that curiosity for excellence. Okay, so make them practical.
Okay.
If you're a person who like football, start watching the big guys. But don't just watch them play on the field. Watch documentaries on their training. Because at that training, then they make them the superstar. You understand? So start looking for what are their training routines. What are their feeding routines? What are the things they are doing that are making them like that? So you see, you need to now identify those people that will be, I would have said mentors, but let me not use the word mentors yet. I will explain why. But people that
Role
are
models.
inspiration and role model to you. Now, the simple reason I said I won't use mentor yet is because you're supposed to have a relationship with your mentor.
Okay.
So if the person day USA and he don't even know you,
So
he's not your mentor. He's a role model. He inspires you, but he's not your mentor.
Okay.
Right? So begin to identify some of those people, but don't just look at the crown. Look at the making. Look at the process. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
What do they do? How do they talk? How do they practice exercise? What exercise do they do?
Yeah.
Where are they paying attention to? Do you understand? Begin to learn those things. So that's one of the ways. First, I said, tell yourself you deserve it, your mindset. And then I also said, now start looking for people who represent that thing that you want to be.
Yeah.
All right? And then understudy them. Find out what they are doing. Start learning it. All right? Now, when you're doing some of these things, one other thing you have to tell yourself is you have to... I had to change what I wanted to say so I have to not sound too harsh. But you have to hate mediocrity. I didn't want to use that word hate because it's a strong word, right? But you have to discard mediocrity from your life. And let me explain what mediocrity is. Mediocrity is normalness, average. No need to put the effort now. And so we did, and so everybody did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it's done here. no need to. You're trying to be special. Just do it the normal way.
Too much.
They tell you things like, you don't carry government work on your head, though. They know they take the work serious. Just do them anyhow. But no, that's mediocrity. You have to detest it. You have to treat it like poison. Yes, because what it's doing to you is that it's destroying your life. It's destroying your potentials. What I have seen with a lot of us in Africa is that we are at home with mediocrity. We are at home with average. And so long as I no fail, it's okay. I mean, you see this thing in the school system a lot where there's somebody hides your result. You say, so long as no be, what's the lowest, what percentage is failure here?
50%.
From 50 below. And then this person go get 51. You say, I not fail now. I do you understand? 51 is average. It's mediocre. Do you understand? Detest that word. Like tell yourself, say, nothing will concern me, concern normal. Why? So that you would always look for ways to improve on yourself. Yes. So when you tell yourself that I can't be normal, then in everything that you're doing, you're asking yourself, right? And that's another point I'll mention, the need to learn how to evaluate yourself. You're asking yourself, how am I, this thing I just did, how did I do it? What can I do better? Yes, I don't have money to buy designer clothes, but these few clothes I have, this my bend down select, or what do you call them here? Thrift. This is my thrift clothes.
Junk's clothes.
Junk. I was looking for that word. This is my junk clothes. How can I wear this junk that nobody go even believes in a junk? Because you see, this is another thing people do. You see your celebrities, wear designers, wear those big things that are like,
go face in actress.
So you see people we know really get sense. They go save, even borrow, even steal to go and buy that big cloth. Because they believe, say, if I wear the cloth, people go respect me. But what they don't know is that it is who you are that matters. Not be cloth they make the man, not the man they make the cloth.
Hey.
You see? Wow. So instead, go and buy that your junk shoe, junk shirt. Wash them, iron them, put on starch, make it stand, make it clean, make it sharp. Buy cheap perfume, cheap one. Even if not deodorant, smell good. That's where we are starting from. Not be the big things, not the small things, but choose to do it outstandingly. You see? Yeah. So, basic, the way you present yourself first.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. Treat yourself properly. Make yourself properly groomed. Take good care of yourself. You don't need money to do that. You see that? So, when you're paying attention to some of these things, the first thing you will discover is that you will get uncomfortable with anything that is mediocre. So let me put it like this. When you are now paying attention to your neatness of your environment, for example, you get uncomfortable with anywhere that is scattered and untidy. All right? Yes. So when you notice that, you discover that, you're already separating yourself from this kind of behavior.
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah. Then you begin to evaluate. Maybe you wake up and then you went out without making your bed. You ask yourself, this thing where I do it good? Is this how world leaders behave? Do you understand? Is this how people who are making it behave? Do you come to their room and you meet everywhere upside down? You say, no, people like that are organized. I want to be organized. So you wake up, before you go out, you tidy your bed, you tidy your room, and then you go out. You see? So that reevaluation of your everyday life, of how you do the things you do, is one of the things that will help you to take note of the areas you need to improve on and the areas you need to, pay attention to. You see, it's just like your educational system. When you go to school, after all that they teach you, they'll give you a test to check, do you even understand all these things we have been saying since? And it's until you pass that test, you don't go to the next class. That is a principle of life. Until you acquire the necessary knowledge for a particular level, you don't release yourself to the next level.
I like what you just said. See, you don't release yourself to the
yes.
You see, this is the thing I feel like has been an issue when it comes to excellence in Saladin. Of course, you will meet somebody doing the same thing, the same way for how many years, but yet still thinking that because he's adding years and doing the same thing in different platforms, he's like, the platform is meaning that he's growing. The fact that first I was only doing it in this small place, now I'm doing this very same thing in this very same way in a bigger platform. I've grown.
I've grown.
Unfortunately, And that is not the truth.
No, it's not.
Unfortunately, this is art for talk, but like I feel like I say the natural salon man feels a challenge. I mean like growth, increasing in value or increasing in how good you are in something should not be a part of the process. What they believe is, for example, if I'm good at this and I start doing this thing, it is according to the limitation of my current capacity.
Yeah.
That I should continuously cater whatever I'm doing. So you see one musician like that, he's good at singing, but you see what he will do? The same kind of music is the same kind of music we sing for 10 years today. It will just be changing the words. But if you check, you notice this guy is the one that sang this last one. It's the one because it's the same structure.
Just the same
nothing
thing.
is changing,
Yeah.
nothing is increasing. But he's feeling like he's releasing new songs. He said, I don't do like 12 albums. So it's the same thing.
Exactly. So you see, and that's why you must evaluate. What can I do differently? This thing I'm doing, is it meeting up to global standards?
Hey, you don't go say you need for go. Finally,
oh yes,
we are there.
Oh yes, no, we have to, because you see, I tell you one thing, and it's very good people hear this. The world is bigger than it exists in your head.
Wow.
Oh yes, the world is bigger than it exists in your head. The world is not the size of your father's parlor.
Hey.
Hey. You need to know that there is a world out there. And that is why a young person, you see, if don't mind me, right? My heart always beats for the young people because we are the future. Yeah. If anything, there where we need to repair. Now you need to learn it now so that you can repair it as you're growing, right? So I always speak to young people, but generally what we're saying is for everybody. You know, you have to realize that there is a world out there. There's such a thing called global standards. And it's what you practice in. So, for example, in banking, there are global standards in banking. You might say, no, but my bank is just in Sierra Leone. No. The fact that it is a commercial bank means that it submits itself to the global principles of banking. And that's why you have a Sierra Leone bank, a Sierra Leone central bank that monitors all the banks. What you don't know is that your Sierra Leone central bank also receives communication from the global sphere of banking on banking regulations and practices. You see, so there are global standards in everything. And you must tell yourself that I have to stop playing local.
Hey.
Yes, you have to tell yourself that. I have to stop playing local. What do I... So, see, this thing is a mindset.
Yes.
It's a mindset. Tell me any of your local foods, your local delicacies here.
Cassava leaves.
Cassava leaves, and easy to make soup and stew?
Yeah.
All right. Now, do you know...
not stew, but soup.
Soup, okay. Now, do you know that perhaps your mother had a restaurant by the street corner where she made cassava leaf and sold to her customers? It was from that money that she took care of you, bought clothes for you, and did that. And because you grew up with her, you had to accompany her all the time. You joined her to cook it. You have learned how to cook it so well. And then sometimes when she's not feeling fine, you're the one that will go to the shop, you will sell, you do all of that. Now, this is why mindset is important. Maybe you started doing this at age 7. Now you're 15. Do you know that the normal mindset is that you will do it there? If your mother is now old and she cannot continue, you will take over the shop. You will marry, you will have children, you will still be preparing the soup in that spot. Or maybe now, like you said, you have left this spot, you have moved to the other spot. But that is the same thing you're doing because that is all that you know. But do you know that with this kind of thing that we are saying now, you start telling yourself that I need to think globally. But what is the skill I have? Making cassava leaf soup. How can I use that to go global? You begin to tell yourself that, first of all, okay, now let me say this. I'll come back to my story. I'll come back to this narration, but let me say this. You see, when I spoke about education earlier, I don't want people to think that what we are saying is that education is not important or it's not important. No, it's still very important. Why is it important? Because what it does is it sharpens you, it trains you to be able to process life, to be able to communicate, to be able to analyze issues, all right? To be able to have what you call smart reasoning, smart thinking, right? That is the purpose of education, to train you to be able to face life on your own terms, right? Not to form you into a mold that will limit you. So that's the balance to that thing. So now you tell yourself, okay, With this my cassava leaf where I sabi cook, you have gone to school. You have learned how to speak English. You have learned how to express yourself. You have heard that there's something called internet. You have heard that there are people all over the world. By the way, there are Sierra Leoneans all over the world, especially in the West. All right. In fact, I believe that every family in Sierra Leone has somebody in either the US or the Europe.
True.
Do you understand? Now you tell yourself, the people there, they like cassava leaf soup, but they don't have it to eat. What can I do to take this my corner cassava leaf soup
To them.
to them? Do you know what you can do? You can start telling yourself, you see, it starts with the mindset. This conversation, we can take it so many places. Let me just give you 3 examples now.
You see these examples you are about to give us?
Yes.
I pray that you can keep it for us because we need to go for a break.
Okay,
quickly.
let's do the break.
We're going for a break quickly. We are coming back. And when we come back, you will learn more and the phone lines will be open. Stay tuned to Radio Fry 97.1 FM.
All right.
Mama, you don't sew me clothes? Mama!
Yes.
What do you they do?
I don't saw the skirts now. I just the top number now left.
What do you mean by not sew the skirt? Momo service don't start and they keep saying
Give me
that.
25 minutes, man. I just the top number. Wait.
Mama, I don't get time.
Wait, 25 minutes. Now I don't.
Lights don't go.
Okay, mommy, you know waiting lights don't go. So wait, I won't go quick up like this junction. I'm go buy headset to put on.
Mama,
Give me 30. Give me 30 minutes and they can't quick.
Enter agent on Sunday. But you not get free money.
I feel money.
Give me your meter number.
Oh,
You dey pay me money back.
what do you mean? 00.
Don't let lights out affect your work. Use AfriMoney to buy top up for your EDSA meter. Dial *161 *2 *2 *1 hash now and top up your EDSA meter anytime, any day.
Ah, mommy, the lights don't come. I feel money now magic, mommy. Mommy, you tough, mommy. You kind of there.
Mama,
Make clothes.
AfriMoney, quick and easy.
We na RC Bank, with Usim Couple, you dey work out with money na your phone all time.
We na RC Bank. Of course, now we get the most efficient and convenient internet banking platform na Salon.
Of course, we na the bank of choice. Now we get the best prepaid card na Salon. Come bank with we.
We na Rokel Bank. With a Visa debit card, you can do your transaction any side of the world outside you take.
we na Master Sabipa digital banking business na Salon.
Na RC Bank. Now we get the best low interest rates na Salon.
We na Rokel Bank. We ATM dey support careless transaction.
We na Rokel Bank. We dey send and receive money through Western Union, MoneyGram, and Rare.
We na Rokel Bank. With we e-couple, you can send money to anybody when you get bank accounts with we. Just ask for your telephone number. That's it.
Fambulem, on a doye we na Rokel Bank. We na Agba Pan banking business na Mama Salon.
Michelle Group of Companies is reliable, competent, and trustworthy in providing quality service to its wide range of clientele. Through Mishcom, we provide premium internet service, secured data connectivity, VLAN and VOI over stats and fiber to mining industries, enterprises, hospitality industries, banks. We also provide fiber to home, point-to-point, and satellite backup for Freetown and provincial regions. Through our Michelle Security Agency, called MSA for short, we provide a wide range of services that brings safety, security to our clients. Our services include Staff Guard, which also includes access and control room, customer service security, roving, mobile control, and many more. For more information, visit our head office at number 10I Sasame Lewis Road, Freetown, or call +232 73 554 616 or 232 32 554 616. Michelle Group of Companies. We are the leaders.
you. Give me heart to you, boo. After all the things I do for you, playing me for a fool. Make a bend if I ever trust you. Give me heart to you, boo. After all the things I do for you, playing me for a fool. Clear apologies, you're only sorry in front of me. If I fall in love again, thunder go fire me. Clear apologies, you're only sorry in front of me. If I fall in love again, thunder make a bend if I ever trust you. If I ever trust you. If I make a bend if I ever trust you. If I ever trust you. If I ever too tiny, lying to my face and denying. Think say I'm a fool cause I'm smiling. You digging your grave, my darling. Too tiny, lying to my face and denying. Think say I'm a fool cause I'm smiling. You digging your grave, my darling. Clear apologies, you're only sorry in front of me. If I fall in love again, thunder go fire me. Clear apologies, you're only sorry in front of me. If I fall in love again, thunder make a bend if I ever trust you. If I ever trust you. If I make a bend if I ever trust you. If I ever trust you. If I ever
Yeah, I know Jassy Josie on the mix.
Hello, FAMUDEM, and welcome once again to the Brunch brought to you courtesy of Radio Free 97.1 FM, of course. Anytime on hear this voice, anytime I see this face in me, say we get one wonderful conversation for can get. We will rub more spans on things sweet. Today we talk about excellence. And not to me one game dinner. Of course, I get Coach CHIEMEZIE.
That's right.
I guess I'm
You
correct.
get it.
I got Coach CHIEMEZIE now so with me. He's been helping us go through the whole journey of excellence. I don't learn a lot. I don't know for you if you did learn. If you don't learn, I'm sorry for you. I am so sorry for you. Anyway, so of course, I don't say usually for me we get a wonderful conversation. We can one for always start with God. So one for just get the verse of the day again. And the course of the week, I will jump right into the conversation again and open the phone lines. The verse of today they come off from Colossians 3:23, and it says, "Whatever you do, do your work heartily, as for the Lord rather than men." Meaning, I believe say book and don't simply mean say whatever they do out with all your hearts. Do one like I say you do one for Papa God. Now the best way that they see excellence, I believe say they talk about excellence and I dare our vocab.
Like the scriptures.
In fact, say you they do and you they watch other person alone simply means you need to be excellent. Because excellence simply means that there is a version or there is a goal or there is a standard where they get.
Yeah.
Where most of the time God na give you. Most of you can say we get vision, we get dream, we get this. That person where you don't see say for being, now you fall always the target for being everything where they do. Every day you find out say you fall short of that standard that you know say you're not being excellent.
True.
It's not really if person they do a little bit better than you, they do better than the person. Because maybe that person this one as you be talk, something at 51% they give. So what's in that you own 52? So you see, do it as unto the Lord. Then also we get we quote of where they come from John F. Kennedy, and it says, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Salon not get for better if we the people are not better. That's just it's more not make like I said the land not blessed. We don't watch it and we don't see a lot from back in time history to now. The amount of good things that have been coming out of Sierra Leone. We've been named the Rice Coast. We've been known for diamonds. They call us the Lion Mountain. Not just that, we have been known as the Athens of Africa, of West Africa, sorry. Which means, say, you see all the other countries, the other African countries, most of the leaders, they wouldn't get it like today. Now, fruits and results of what we call we educational system as alone. And we I would say educate them, and we feel like they run out of their own level, it don't make sense. We suppose for country the place we take out for ourselves say if Ghana able for do and we see them get now from Salon. If Nigeria before do, everything gets now from salon. It means you know to salon not the problem. It means that the people then at salon know they apply with you for the use. So please, maybe we all get to that place where they add to we value and help salon also for growing value. Of course, we go straight into the conversation back, but remember this. The phone lines are now open on the number 088971971. You're able to call and give yourself your contribution. And I repeat the number again in a very slow form. The number where you for call on now 088971971. I believe that they go help you for make you able to give you contribution. For me, back can't tell you because here the question will be they asking now, how will they able to come on from outside with day to their place of excellence? How will they able to come on now from outside with day? No, today as Salon Monday. So outside excellence day, how? Maybe you get your own way where you believe say for introduce. Maybe you get your school of thoughts. Please, you're welcome for joining the conversation. Of course, now the brunch show, that's what they do and what will they do. They open the phone lines on the second hour. And of course, even as that, we can want for, well, at Radio Free, we want for like live up to rewards them. We slogan say, you talk, we listen. We don't try to build the context of the conversation. So now, we wait for you for can talk. Maybe we'll listen to you. Feel free for call again on the number 088-971-971. So back to you, Coach CHIEMEZIE.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
We will talk about this whole excellence thing, how for come to Rama.
Yeah.
And you be the try for help with some school of thoughts that we be say 3 different things that they want for introduce story.
Yeah. So I was saying we're giving the example of the cassava leaf soup, and I said the importance of mindset and thinking global, and thinking of ways to be excellent, to do things differently. And I said, you can choose to remain in that corner shop, that restaurant, selling your cassava soup, or you can tell yourself that I want to sell this soup to Sierra Leoneans all over the world. That opens you up to a different kind of thinking.
Yeah.
First, you even ask yourself, perhaps I can find a way to process the leaves, to preserve it, and export it to them. So that even though they are there, they can buy it and still have a feel of our local delicacy. That's one. Two, you can find a way to prepare the soup itself and seal it up under certain conditions and maybe refrigerate it and then send it. Yeah. You can do that. You can also tell yourself that. So, for example, do you know that there are full foods that have been packaged and can be exported? You can tell yourself, I can prepare the soup, find a way to dry it, package it, and that way it can even stay longer.
But those people are doing it safe in America. They send to us what they call it in chicken soup.
Exactly.
All of these funny things.
Sometimes
They're already doing it.
Yeah.
We are buying it already.
So you see, it's a product of your thinking. It's not just to say that this is the only place where I can do it. So all my customers have to come and meet me in this my local shop. Oh, I'm even talking too far. Let me even give you more practical examples. What if somebody is in the bank or is in his office, does not have the time
to come to
your place to eat it there? Why can't you have delivery system? Where you tell people that, yes, no need to come here, just call and I will prepare your food down and I will send Okada, dispatch, to go and deliver it to you. You just pay a little extra. Do you know what? A lot of people in the offices will be glad to pay that extra. Oh, yes. Do you know why? Because everybody wants excellence and comfort. Oh, yes. So you say instead of paying maybe, I don't know how it goes, but maybe instead of paying 20 leons for the food, now you will pay 30. The extra 10 is for delivery. Gladly. Why not? I'm sitting down on my chair. The food comes to meet me. I just go downstairs. I pick it. I come to my office and I eat. You see? So it's thinking.
Yeah.
Somebody like that, by the time you start thinking like that, you'll discover that many times before you even start your day, you have gotten like 20 order. 20 people don't call you down, say by 12 o'clock, I beg, send me food. See how I want them, say how I want them. You say, okay. You see, that is you taking that same thing, but from a global and an excellent and a different point of view, a different mindset. You see, but the normal is stay there in your corner, gossip with all the people around, discuss all the things that are not working, quarrel with Okada men. Do you call it Okada here? Or yeah, Okada here. You quarrel with all the Okada men, you curse government, you curse this one, you do that one, everything is not good though, hey, no fuel, oh, no light. You see, while you're wasting your time complaining, somebody is taking up how to solve problems and make money.
Yeah.
So you see why I say you must detest mediocrity.
Yeah.
Anything that looks like it is what the populace, everybody is doing, tell yourself, I need to remove myself from this kind of thinking and think of what I can do differently.
Okay.
Very important. So now that was just that example. So let me continue on the points that, things that we can do. You must invest in personal development.
Okay.
You see what I called it? Invest.
Invest.
Because it's an investment.
Yeah.
Investment is something that you put money on and it increases in value for you.
Yeah.
All right? You must ask yourself, what ways can I get better? Especially when you have discovered an area of your potentials, or of your gifting, of your talent. So what can I do to get better at this thing? From the moment, let me use myself for an example. From the moment I was going to get into coaching, because I did paid employment for a while. I worked in financial services and, I have a lot of stories and lessons to share from there. When I discovered I was going to get into this, I started enrolling for courses, locally and internationally.
Wow.
Oh, yes. I started taking courses. I have several of them. As I'm finishing one, I'm starting another one. I'm finishing one, I'm starting another one. Why? Because in the knowledge business, you have to keep learning. What I'm doing is the knowledge business. You have to keep learning. All right. If not, you see, the thing about excellence, again, I forgot to say this earlier, is that excellence is progressive. Oh, yes. Excellence is progressive. That's why when I was defining it, if you remember, I said the highest quality per time. Why? Because records get broken.
Wow.
So what was good yesterday might not be the best today. Oh, yes. So you must understand that you have to now keep improving yourself every day, every day, every day. What more can I add to myself? What more do I need to learn? All right. If I'm a wood maker, are there new technology in processing wood? Is there a new way of building? Is there a new... You see, you need to find out what's new, what's different. How can my work be done easier? How can I do more? These are the things people need to think of. You see, when you're not thinking like that, then you will not be able to accept technology, for example. Because what technology has come to do for you is that it has come to help you to do more with less. So let me, I don't know if I should use an example of what I'm seeing in this studio right now. Right? Typically, in a typical studio, what you will see is somebody is standing there with a camera, somebody is standing here, somebody is standing here. But now it's only two of us in this room and we're being recorded and everything is happening. Why? Technology. One person is sitting down somewhere doing the control. All right? But leveraging technology helps you to achieve more with less. But if you're not asking yourself, how can I get better? Then you know what you will do? You will keep doing the same things, keep burning out, keep exerting yourself, instead of you to just spend extra money and buy a tool that can change your life.
Wow.
Oh, yes. You see, so you must commit to personal improvement. What can I do differently? What can I learn? All right? In this my space, what do I need to know? You must, you see, the good thing with learning is that there is no end. No, there is no end. That is why excellence is not a destination.
Wow.
No, excellence is not a state. You say, I have arrived. I am now excellent. Bros, by tomorrow you may be not excellent.
One technology can come out tomorrow and you're no longer excellent.
You see, so it's not a destination. There was a time that the best phone in the world was Nokia. And then at some point, when phones started becoming smart, they were still playing. Now there are people. I mean, there are stories of people who sold it BlackBerry.
Yeah.
There was a time somebody sold the technology of pinging, to Nokia, and they say, "What kind of thing is that?" Everybody loves Nokia. No need. What kind of talk is that one? And the person took the technology to BlackBerry, and they bought it over, and it changed the world of communication. Do you understand? Now, if at that point BlackBerry thought that we are the best thing in the world. Right now, this generation, this Gen Z, they don't even know what BlackBerry is. Because it's been taken over by Android. It's been taken over by Android. Are you seeing it?
Yeah.
So you see, excellence is progressive. The moment you relax, something else will overtake you. There was a time we used to watch video cassette, that VHS. You know that thing?
Yeah.
Now, this generation does not know it. Okay, let me even bring it to the one that they know, VCD and DVD. Some people that were born recently don't know what DVD is.
You know, when you go to homes and you see DVD and you see VCD, if you don't take time, it's so dust. Like dust everywhere. Nobody's thinking about it. Everybody's now. In fact, television.
Yeah.
How many people use their televition at home? This is where it's asking questions. It's only just children most of the time. Daddy doesn't care. Mommy doesn't
That is the truth. It's children who own the TV. That is the truth.
Everybody's TV is in their pockets.
It's in their phones and in their laptops. Simple. You see, so imagine that you are building a business or a solution that is depending on VHS cassette. You'll be obsolete by now.
Wow.
Oh yes. So you see, you must keep improving. What is new in my space? What is new in my business? How can I do it better? You must keep improving. If not, you will not be excellent.
Wow.
Because excellence is not a destination; it's a journey.
Wow.
It's a state of continuous improvement. All right. It is said that the worst enemy of success can be your last success. Oh yes.
Yes.
You see, I did it before. Let me do it at that time. I won the award last year. While you are sleeping, somebody is working hard and we win it this year. All right. So that you had it. They say in Nigerian Pidgin English, say I get them before, no be property. When they ask you what you get now, you say I get up before. Not be property again.
Oh no.
You see? So you must. You see, I'm saying must because it's that important.
Yeah.
You must be committed to personal improvement, personal development. You must be. All right, it's very key. And this is the area that young people get uncomfortable because we just want to live life easy. We just want chill. We just want play. We won't carry this phone, spend 4 hours, they on TikTok. They browse, they laugh, they watch comedy, they share funny memes, they share all those things. You see, but this same phone, you can use it to make money.
Yeah.
I was telling you just now that my dream for myself when I got into coaching was that I wanted my office to just be my phone and my laptop. And that is my dream of work. I can go on vacation and I can be in the middle of a yacht. And I'm having a business meeting. After my business meeting, I put off the phone. I'm back to vacation. So I don't need to wait for when I need to apply for leave. And then my boss will not say, wait first. You know, I apply for 10 days. They give me 3 days. Go and come back quickly. And I say, oh. No, now I'm working at my pace.
Oh my God.
Using technology, using my phone. Everything I do, everything on my laptop is on my phone. And it's backed up in the cloud. So if I drop this phone now in the dustbin here, all I need to do is go to the market, get another phone, sign up, and everything, including my contacts and messages and everything, is there. You see, that is because I have learned to use the technology that's available for my business.
Okay.
All right? And that's what I'm telling you, you must improve yourself. Instead of just chilling on the phone and what do you call it, watching comedy, watching movies, what can you do with that phone that will be empowering you? You can go on YouTube and be watching videos that will empower you, that you would use to learn. But you see, growth is usually not easy because people just like comfort. So that is why the person, the young man who is able to, or woman who is able to distinguish herself by committing to personal development will always stand out. Always. Why? Because it will show in the results she's producing. So that's the thing about excellence. It may be personal, but it's never private.
Wow.
Oh, let me say the flip side, because maybe that's the side people will understand more. Foolishness can be personal, but it's never private. Because the moment you open your mouth, you say nonsense. Everybody says, wait till this one they talk. You don't just get sense. All right? Ignorance is personal, but it's not private. The same thing with excellence. It will always show out. From the moment you step into the place, people are like, wow, he has a presence. Have you seen that? Oh, yes, it happens. But it's the same way you get into a place and you're just anyhow. There's always people, shift. Sit down there, wait, important people are coming. But that's how you get into a place. I remember when I was still job searching, I've always learned to dress very well from my teenage. Proper wear shirt and tie and suit, polished shoes and all that. Yeah, severally, not once, not twice. I will go to a place where I'm supposed to interview for a job, and my interviewers will be greeting me as, "You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. You here for a meeting?" I'll say, "Yes, I'm here for a meeting." They'll say, "Okay." They'll be thinking I have one strategic meeting with management until I tell them I'm meeting with HR. They'll say, "What about?" I'll say, "For interview, I'm coming here for a job." They'll say, "Oh, you came for a job?" I say, "Yes, I came for a job." They'll start laughing because my presentation alone, you would think I'm the one that is coming to give me a job. That is about excellence. And this thing started way back. I remember when I was in the university too. In my year one, I was doing my clearance. When I show up in the place where we're doing the clearance, people will be greeting me. "Good morning, sir. Well done, sir." And I was a young person like them. At first, I didn't get it. I was wondering why they greeted until I discovered that, my courage, my personality, my outlook, my presentation. You see? So one of those times, that's how they kept telling me, "Good days ago," and that's how I made my way straight to the office. Other people were waiting outside. I got to the office. Oh, yes, I got to the office. They looked at me. "Oh, you're welcome." And I went inside, finished my clearance, and left. And people looking at me, "Wait. It's like he just came to do clearance." And all of us are here waiting for who will help us go inside first.
You dress like you need help, that's why.
Exactly. Do you understand? But by the time you present yourself in a way that people want to be associated with you, you will see how many doors will open for you.
Wow. When you talk about excellence in this fashion, you help me to see a part that I really wanted us to go to, but before we go to farm with them, the phone line they don't open. Bam. Call now.
Yeah.
You make I don't go Nigeria. Do your call, please. Or you call. This is very important. I feel like I say, if you did learn, learning is not done in silence. A lot of people feel like because in Bible God said the woman should learn in silence. It means learning is done in silence. No, if you check, there is a reason why even the disciples were wise. You know why they came back asking questions.
Oh yes, exactly.
They were not just sitting down. You see, if you give the opportunity now for take advantage of this and just give contribution and ask. Trust me when I tell you, even if you understand what they talk, you go get more understanding. Why? Because you ask questions that way might even improve your understanding, or they bring in contribution, we go bring feedback, we go improve what you already know. So feel free for calling number 088-971-971. Make yourself able for contribute some way somehow.
That's right.
However, so you see that 971 they not so big thing. Not just with frequency 97.1.
Oh,
you get it.
I get it.
So just call on that very same frequency there, because the number again 088-971-971. Yeah, call on that number there. Also, just in case because we don't meet up, a lot of people who can get some challenges in certain things, and feel free. Hello.
Lawrence, hello.
Hello. You never answered the call from.
Lawrence Amara.
Oh, the man from the North Capital City. How about this, sir? Unfortunately, I need to get you clearly able for raise your voice up a bit.
It might be a network board, but I get you. I don't know if you get you now.
Yes, sir. Feel free for sharing with me.
First, thank you. Though I'm not really listening all along, but I go now. People on Facebook, I see the topic they talk about. They talk about.
Oh wow.
I didn't forget the frequency right now. Perhaps the technical one if I work on now.
Yeah.
In the off right now.
Now the rain and all.
Yes, yeah. All right. I'm sure they go up on that and for me I stop back. Yeah, we talk about moving from equivalence to excellence, right?
Yeah.
At first, it means a lot first. A lot. An officer information, or when I say something, I don't do some information all. I'm sure if you listen already listen, inside the frequency on don't get a lot, don't learn a lot. But if moving from inside there or you form current situation now to excellence, to be somebody, for be up there, you really a lot. You get for work extremely, you get for work. I was a time when teacher will tell me, say, for become somebody in the future, where they go say, but this man, I show you right now, I show in this in that positive way. You get for think out of the box, they get for go beyond. Which people let me say for go, he for go beyond that side because for let somebody say, but this guy, today if you get one and I take 4 5 in get or now should be the boys now don't do pass I be the positively. It means a lot of challenges and boku along the way. But again, perseverance also gets a lot for play regarding that.
Yeah.
Because when you move from Musa Day, perhaps like person day, Salo, you move from here to Guinea, for instance, you find out like language barrier first like challenging, find out like the environment which you go finish perhaps people and the way you need to adapt to a system or you need to adapt to that system. So like if you need for persevere. You know what Yana? Sometimes I'm going to take you long for return back. But like if you're able for persevere, you're able for find way for adapt to the system of that country there or system of that place there. Even if you're at the same place, if I have medium Kenya, they one street then I move to other streets. People and they way and they able for switch to the immune system. If you need for take your time for adapt to that system there, you know what Yana. So like for that person move from a current situation to being an excellent somebody or excellent something, it requires a lot hard work, also get a lot for do. So like I never explain much because like I know really listen all along, but like little understand what I get. For that person able for move from a current situation to being an excellent, it really requires a lot. You get for work hard, you get for persevere, it gets a lot for conquer because obstacle and they so much along the way. So like you need for patient, even for go through anything a day, I'm sure you know will be excellent. But if you for adhere to all everything where they come along, even for conquer, because the success will never smooth, it's rough, it's tough, it's narrow, slippery and all. But if you for persevere, it conquered and it becomes somebody.
Thank you so much. Akilek for land from you, sir. Anyway, so I believe that was Amara Barcelona from the North Capital City of Team Best, Texas. Thank you. He's literally our most committed listener. He always calls in and all of that. It's nice. I guess say you go listen to the program because I've been listening. I wait to you, Sabina. I don't tell so. And Coach man, don't make mistake.
You didn't try.
Coach CHIEMEZIE.
Yeah.
Then I answer, you don't give a lot. I believe say you for digest and you go learn a lot. Please, I beg, no miss out. If you're listening to this program and you feel say you don't learn, I may not say even with the program, don't go back, go watch the video. Trust me, I tell you. You are going to hear a lot that you did not hear. Me and the plan that I get right now. Anyway, feel free for calling number again 088971971. Make yourself for make your contribution. Remember, as I say, I try for like solve your problems more. Some people like can say, hey, the kids will not able for call now because they cry knocking day. Just left us so. But it's simple. Just save the number. This very same number 088971971. Save on your phone and simply just call with via WhatsApp and they make a far more easier for you. Yeah. Okay. So back to the conversation.
Yeah.
There was this thing that I be open to something. I think about this whole conversation the whole of yesterday, and I feel like if we talk back, it just don't bring me there back. You see, this whole excellence thing, as you don't talk about it like being some kind of a perspective issue, like based on the fact that if you want to be excellent, firstly you have to remember say. If you did at a community level, you have to come beyond the community level, begin for think globally. And because you want for think globally now, and I make delegates now you bring in things like empowerment, self-investment, and all of those things. Now the question will be in the calm in mind where I may think of that day. It's especially in Sierra Leone now, where you use internet and you say I'm going to use it, I'm going to empower myself and all of that. Without the opportunity to practice within you, they already learn.
Yeah,
it can prove. I would say, if it can feel bad, like I say, you do nothing. Like for example, I believe say like for example for a skill, if you try to learn a skill through YouTube and you have no way to practice the skill, at the end of the day, they lose the skill.
True.
And unfortunately, I don't meet a lot of people in a salon. They say, "Oh, me na YouTube, not that they learn." I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. You watch and get beaucoup videos on the computer. But if you check what they do, all we tell people do, not for watch video. There's literally no practicality to it. Like for example, you know, graphic designer, you like graphics, fashion they watch video, it's nice. But you need laptop.
Yeah.
If you don't have a laptop, you need access to somebody who gets one.
Smartphone.
So there's so many different ways. In fact, now the way they don't make the phones them, it's like they can do everything the laptops can.
Oh yes.
So like you hardly supposed forget excuse in this day. Yes. But like we don't do that. And also there's another thing where I believe say we don't come for be a limitation also when it comes to Like, for example, like what they talk so in excellence, we started with you first discovering your innate ability or gifts where God don't give you. There are some things that God will give you a skill where it can very difficult for get the opportunity for practice. Like, for example, let's say you are somebody that is good with carving, or you have been blessed with the gift of carving. Right now, one of the skills that I notice say, salon will not get nobody with sabi again. Like the possible being sabi way being very very good at and if you don't die for me, that's now not sabi possible.
Oh wow!
So now thinking about somebody will go out there and he gets a skill or he gets a passion for something where really they I would say out of fashion.
Okay.
And even for going on YouTube or going and say go watch videos and all. How you go advise them for make able for come to that place of excellence, even though they try, they watch video and all, but we all know say like that's not really going to take you exactly where you want to go.
So the truth is, once you have found that thing you want to do, you have interest there, you have some skill there. Even before the skill, there's interest. What you need to do is to sharpen that skill. You need to start learning it. And I don't believe that there is any skill or any talent you have that is useless.
True.
Because the God that put it in you knows that it is useful.
Okay.
So, what may be different will now be your application of that skill.
All right.
Right? So maybe before, when you learnt it, this is the only way people were using it. Now, what different way can you use it in a way that it is now relevant to the times that we're in? So using the carving you gave, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe the context of the carving you made. Is it carving wood?
Yeah, let's say wood.
Now, so let's say you're good at carving wood. You learnt it from your grandfather. He was the best in the city. But then he's no more. But this is one thing that you can do. And you say, I no get market for them. I know nobody they use them again these days. Do you know what you can do? You can begin to carve things that will be interior decoration for homes. Till tomorrow, do you know that one of the mark of luxury homes, for example, is wooden floors and walls?
Okay.
You see? So you can begin to learn in what way can this carving be relevant in this time? What industries can use it? Is it useful for construction? Is it useful for interior decorations? Is it useful for upholstery? Do you understand? So you need to now find out, this is my skill. Because if you just sit down there and say, nobody they use them, nobody want them. The way life is, you have to use your skill to create demand.
So indirectly, what you're saying is it's not a bad thing to know your gift and understand your skill, but if you don't understand the market that is already there for your skill, you would waste your time creating the things that are not necessary.
Exactly. you will just get old without impact and relevance.
Wow. So this is the thing now. You know, like it's easy for some of we. God, this time I don't come up from the possible we go in a free turn in context for somebody we get a luxury lifestyle, or we at least get natural access or easy access to things like Google call phones and laptop. Most I can say with me and you now people that we're not in the studio and within our farms or side.
Yeah.
And the only way we really get access to our radio.
Okay.
The question now I will ask you now, how you put that in that context, and because another limitation where people that are Sabina Salon don't they get with even learning online has been language. Like for example, Bokutin you are learning for learning on YouTube too, but they are actually being taught in English. Then me no sabi talk English. Me no understand English. How now me able for sabi this thing now?
Make I ask question. Who colonized Sierra Leone?
Now it's man.
The Whitman, which language you speak?
Now English.
Why I not fit speak English?
Because I don't get access to school for teach me English.
Schooling in Sierra Leone, I understand, is basically free for primary school.
Nah, so we understand.
Okay. This is a national challenge actually. I'm glad you brought it up. We were colonized by the English-speaking people. All the names here are English names: Aberdeen, Lumley, Wilkinson, Wellington, Waterloo. These are English names. Why can't we speak English? I think this is a national emergency. English is a global language. So when I'm talking about globalization, one of the first ways to position yourself globally is to understand the global language. All right? So I think it should not be an excuse anymore, but rather it should be a matter of personal commitment to learn English. And if you say, I don't understand it, right now on my phone, I can type English lessons for beginners, and I will see lessons on YouTube.
That is for a man that has been educated before.
That has the basic understanding of English, Abi. Okay.
But what about the man that has never gone to school in his whole life? That's what I'm talking about.
No, that person, right? There is a language that person understands. Let me tell you one thing, limitation only exists in the mind. Oh, yes. If you think you don't have access to any form of education, then so be it. Henry Ford said, if you think you can, you are right. If you think you cannot, you are right. Do you understand? So you need to take that limitation off yourself that, okay, I don't understand English. You don't even need to understand English to succeed. From your environment, you can learn within your environment. You see, the good thing about greatness, and that's why I was talking about the mindset at first, is that once you can desire it, this is a law of life. Somebody needs to take note of this. Once you can desire it, the universe will conspire to make it happen. Mike Murdoch puts it this way, Dr. Mike Murdoch. He says, when your heart conceives a destination, your mind will work out the map to reach there. Now, let me explain what he's saying. From the moment you start telling yourself, I want to be better, I want to be greater, all you need is that desire. Circumstances will begin to happen that will give you the opportunity to get better.
Okay.
If you say, for example, I really wish I can understand English so that I can learn all these things they're teaching in English. Before you know it, that desire will start propelling you. Before you know it, one day, maybe one missionary or one white man or somebody will visit your community with a textbook. And then you will see the book one day. You tell the person, English, me, no, I know savvy, I like her. You say, okay, I will teach you. The person will sit you down and start teaching you. The point is that your desire is what has brought that person to you.
Okay.
And that is something people need to understand. That's why you must be careful what you desire. You must be careful what you spend your time imagining. Many people have brought destruction upon themselves because they have imagined it, they have created it, they have thought about it for a long time, and it happened to them. The same way so many people have attracted blessings and greatness into their life from their imagination. I can share examples. I can share examples from now to the end of this program of my personal life. There are several things I have. So, for example, when I got into financial intelligence as a knowledge area, it started from me just telling myself, I want to know about money. I want to know how it works. I was just hungry to learn. And then I remember one day very well after my secondary school, I volunteered to work in a secondary school. And one day somebody just passed with a newspaper, dropped it on my table, and I was flipping through and I saw a column. It was just a column in that newspaper that were talking about financial intelligence. And then I read that column. And in that column, they advertised a seminar they were going to have sometime, some weekends to come. You're going to pay, I think then it was 5,000 for the seminar. I said, oh, great. I paid for that seminar and I attended it. In that seminar, I met one other person who, was also good at these things. We had conversations. He says, oh, I can show you one or two things. He showed me one or two things. Before you know it, that was how I got into reading books, as I got into attending seminars. And before you know it, I started organizing my own financial empowerment seminars.
Wow.
All right. But where did it come from? The hunger is what made that person to pass by me that day with that newspaper. I attracted it into my life. And because I knew what I was looking for, when I saw it in the papers, I knew that, oh, this is something to pay attention to. You see, but if I did not know what I was doing, I'll be flipped through the entire pages, maybe just look at pictures, look at headlines, and drop it back. That's why a desire is very key. Because when there's a burning desire, it will help you to recognize opportunities. Because there are always opportunities. Let me tell you something. Nature is fair on everybody. Oh, yes. Nature is fair on everybody. You can say it's because, oh, me, I was born in the village, while the other one was born in America. That's why. No. Nature is fair. Right there where you are, there are opportunities that are useful and relevant to you. Right there is a law of life also. All that you need for the next level of your life is already within and around you. Somebody wants to write that down. All that you need for the next level of your life is already within you and around you. And for those who read the Bible also, it's a scriptural principle. There's a woman who was in poverty.
Yeah.
A wife of a prophet who was dead. And the debtor said, we are coming to collect our money, or we will collect your children from you if you cannot pay us our money. And she cried to the prophet, prophet, oh, help me. Oh. The prophet asked her a question. Do you know that question? He said, what do you have in your house? Many people are looking for solution in America or in the city or in the capital, in a far place. The question you are not asking yourself is, what do I have in my house? So don't say it's because of where they gave birth to me. No. How hungry are you? How much do you desire change? Because nature is fair on everyone. And right there where you are, there is something you can do that will help you to get to that next level. When you do what you need to do there, it will propel you to the next level. You know, there is always something you can do. So don't limit yourself. You know, if you say, oh, I wanted to learn on the internet, but there's no light. I don't have data. All right, then listen to the radio. Buy battery and put in radio and listen to radio. Listen to programs like this on the radio. And this happens every day, right? You see, listen to these things Monday to Friday, 10 to 12. Listen to this. You'll be getting points. You'll be writing them down. One day you will have the opportunity to get a phone. You see, so don't just sit down there. And this is another thing that people do, excuses.
I wanted to come to it.
Oh, yes. In fact, there's another one I'll soon talk about. Excuses. Oh, I would have been great, but nobody to pay my school fees in the university. Let me tell you something. See, the basic education you need is primary school. That's why it's called basic education. Why? Because all you need to do is to be able to interact fluently and process and understand things. If you go from primary 1 to 6, which is what obtains, you know, in my country, if you do that, you have attained a level of smartness with which you can engage your world. Do you know what happens abroad? University education in the US, for example, is very expensive. It's very, very expensive. Many people don't go to the university. After they're done with high school, they get a job, they get into life. Well, the system is way more developed where they have credit systems and all of that, and you can almost work with anything that you're doing, right? But my point is, if you say it's because you did not go to university, you are the one shortchanging yourself. You don't necessarily need university education. You just need to be hungry for growth. Yes, and with the basic that you have, when you start identifying your talent and putting it to use, and learning on that talent by practicing, by using it, you discover that you're already beginning to make impact. You're already beginning to create value. And you're already, when you create value, that's what people need to understand. People are saying no money. Create value. When you create value, money will meet you where you are. Oh yes, you won't be pursuing money. Money will come to meet you. Because even though you say you don't have money, you will agree with me that there are things you spend on every day. Like food, you must chop to survive. The person who is providing that food, you are paying the person. Why can't you also provide food and then people pay you for it? You're the one who thinks that there's nothing you can do.
Oh man.
Are you seeing it?
Yeah.
You're the one who thinks that there's nothing you can do. But you don't have money, but you're spending money every day. It means that there is a service you can render. Every time I go to church and I park outside, before I come out, some boys have come and they wash the car. I pay them for it. Let me share this story, and I'll use it to introduce the next point. One day, I had just finished paying one guy who washed. No, I had not even paid him yet. I just got to the car, and then he came to say, let me wash your car, you know. And I was like, okay, how much do you guys collect? It was the first time. He said, told me the amount. I said, okay. While I was there, another person came to meet me, a young man equally, spoke fluent English. I'm talking about here in Sierra Leone. And he said I should help him with transportation assistance. Now, the week before, this same person met me and asked for transport assistance. And then I also discovered that he goes around asking different people for money. So this time when he came to meet me, I'm a life coach. I don't indulge foolishness and laziness and irresponsibility. No, I don't. So I asked the young man, I said, how did you come to church today? He said he trekked. I said, oh, you trekked? That means you can trek back. I said, that means you can trek back. I said, because if I give you 10 leons now, It will finish by the time, let's say you don't use it for anything, just for transport. You go and come back next week, it has finished. What will you do? You will ask again. You will ask me again. And then I told him, I said, look at this young man here. I'm about to give him 40 leons. I said, do you know why? He said, why? I said, tell him what you did. He said, I may wash the car. I asked the guy, I said, how many cars have you washed today? He said, about 4 of them. I said, is everybody going to pay you 40 leons? He said, yes, some 30, some 40. I said, so on the average, how much will you make? He said, maybe 100 or 120 leons or 160 leons from washing cars. Another person is standing there telling me, give me money.
Transport.
So I told the guy, I said, it is a human being like you that is washing these cars.
Hey.
And I am about to pay him in your front and I will not give you anything.
Hey.
Why? Because he created value for me.
Jesus. That is the best way to teach. Very practical.
I said, he created value for me. What are you doing for me? Did I leave my house saying that there's one boy I want to go and give money? Do you know how I make my money? Do you know if I even have the money? Do you understand? And that will lead me to the next point I see a lot of young people suffering with. It's called entitlement. Those of you that have made it, give us now. Give us now. The way they will even ask you, as if they gave you to hold it for them. As if they are the ones that helped you to make it.
No, they gave you transport to go and make it.
To go and make it. So now that you have made it, come back and give it to me. Can you imagine? Entitlement.
Oh my God.
You are lucky now. Your life has blessed you. God has helped you. Oh yeah, give me. You know, no, I don't indulge that. I know how to meet people's needs. Giving is one of the marks of, making impact in people's lives. But then you must understand when you are financing poverty and irresponsibility and when you are giving somebody to make a change in their lives.
Hello. Are you there with me? Are we here together? Are we listening to this? Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, there's a difference. I don't finance irresponsibility because I work hard for money. All right? So I told that young man, I said, why can't you will hear something amazing. I said, why can't you come to church before service picks up so far, maybe while they're sitting in praise and worship and some of those things, wash like 2-3 cars, and then run into the church, attend the service. As soon as service closes, you run outside and come and wait for the owner to come and say, let me wash your car. Give me something. Right? I said, why can't you do that? Do you know what he told me? He said, with my educational level now, that's too low for me.
Begging is not low.
You get the point now? Oh, you get the point now.
This guy get this.
He says, with my educational level, that is too low for me. I can't do that. I said, but with your educational money, you are begging. With your educational level, you are begging. So is begging more honorable for you? Oh, begging is not low for you. But to serve and create value is too low for you. And I'm talking about something honorable. I'm not saying you go thief. I'm not saying you go kill somebody. I'm saying you should provide a service that is relevant. And you say it looks like it's too low for you. This is a mindset that a lot of young people are struggling with. Go and do the main jobs. Go and clear grass and get paid. Go and wash people's clothes and get paid. Go and do something productive and get paid. No, you cannot do it. But you will beg people that have made it to be giving you money. It's entitlement. It's laziness.
I believe we have really entered into life coaching. We have really entered into life coaching. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful that we are able to have these kind of practical lessons. Because somebody go out there, go feel say, if somebody, a big person, then the person not Ghana, bad, the person bad, or the person wicked, or whatever. But at least we serve the C now says, if possible, old money, you ask her what you pay not give. To a certain extent, not like I say wicked. Now, because it help you. Because you are functioning, you didn't function to the wrong kind of mindset, and I keep you in that place where you did
exactly.
But also, back to excellence, what I can say, there's somebody out there, and he or she has a gift or has a skill, and he knows that this is what God has given me and all of that, and he's not using it, basically. He's not using it, and it has placed him in that very same position. Like he needs somebody to support him, somebody to finance him, somebody to this, somebody to that. I believe, say, like now, this last 10 minutes, Naya will use for talk to you.
Good.
Like what you should do now, right now. What can you do now?
Okay, excellent. Now, let me tell you the flip side of that story, the end part of that story, this same story, because it will answer this question. So, I told that same young man, I said, what can you do? He said, I don't know. I said, you speak English very well. I said, can't you teach people how to speak English? He said, okay, I can. I said, can't you teach people? Are there people, the same principle where you are, what you have? I asked him, where do you live? Are there small children around you? He said, yes. I said, do they go to school? He said, yes. I said, don't they need a lesson teacher to teach them after school? He said, oh, I never thought of that. And I gave him an assignment. I said, because you speak very well, I can tell that you are sound. I can tell that you're a sharp boy. I said, go back to your environment, gather all of those children, and tell them that you want to be teaching them maybe 2 or 3 times in a week, whatever they are doing in school. You want to teach them so that they'll be passing. I said, when you finish telling them, tell them to go and tell their parents. And then you find time to visit them and talk to the parents that you want to be teaching their children. I said, do it first and see if they are open to it or not. He came back and told me, yes, they are open to it. I said, good, but tell them that it will cost you something. Tell them just 10 leons per child. To cut a long story short, few weeks later, this same boy met me. He was smiling. I said, you don't need money today? He said, no. He said, I gave offering in church today. I said, really? How did you get it? He said, those children. He said, I have about 16 children now that are paying and I teach them. Wow. I said, really? He said, yes. I said, go and get yourself an attendance sheet. I want to see it. I want to see the book that you're using. So every time they come, write their names, write that the way you mark register, and so that you know who comes to class. And I told him, I said, bring it to church next Sunday. And he brought the book. So this is somebody who moved from begging to providing value. I asked him, I said, how do you feel right now? He said, oh, I feel good. I said, will you go back to begging? He said, no. That is a practical case of how you can go. It was just a mindset shift. I showed him how I can create value. All right? And then he went and put it to work. So to answer your question, basically, there is something that you can do in your environment that can create value. You know, I said something earlier that you need to learn how to create demand for what you can do. Don't wait for people to come and meet you because they may not meet you. The person who washed my car, I did not even think my car needed to be washed. But I came outside and they have already washed the car. What can I do? Support the boy. Do you understand? So you too, don't wait for help to come and meet you. Go outside. When you step outside, look around in your environment. Say, what can I do for somebody today that the person will give me 10 leons or 20 leons for? If you look around like that, you will find something. You don't need to be thinking of any highfalutin thing. It doesn't need to be too complex. Any small.
So what about if you are somebody that already has a skill?
Yeah.
And you are looking for how to make it.
Okay, yes. Let me understand the scope. You already have a skill, right?
You already have a skill, or you already know your innate potential.
Yeah.
And you are working on it, but based on the fact that you're working on it, it means that you don't have money.
Yes.
But you need money.
You need to start making money.
Yes. So.
All right. So you see, first thing I'll say is that there's a process, right? There's a process of sowing and then a time of reaping. Okay. So it's possible you're in the sowing stage right now. Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Now the truth is that thing you're doing can pay you big in the future. Okay. But till you get to that future, you need to survive to get there, right? So while you're working on this one, find any other thing that is legal that you can do to be paying your bills.
That is something that is not too time consuming, that will give you the opportunity to continue to learn.
That. Yeah. So let me give you an example. If you're a young man, do you know how to barb people's hair? You, in a month, how many times do you barb your hair? Maybe
twice.
Once or twice. Do you understand? Twice. On the average, in fact, on the average is twice. Twice, right? So, go and learn how to barb people's hair. Maybe what you are learning is computer programming and it's taking you time, right? But while you are learning that one, what else can you exchange? What value can you create that people will pay you for? While that big thing you're working on is still being developed. Do you understand? So, you must be able to think like that. You must think alternatives. All right, because this is another challenge people have. You're saying, I know say this very thing I'm doing is the thing that will bless me. Yes, but to bless you in the future. And it's only who is alive that has future. So if you don't know how to stay alive to meet your future, then you're gone.
Yeah.
Right? So between now and then, what else can you do? And this is what people need to understand about paid employment. This is what I tell people. Your paid employment can be a route to achieving your dreams.
Okay.
Don't see now. If for some people, paid employment is part of their vision. They're working in something that they love. You know, they will do this for life. It gives them joy, fulfillment. Excellent.
Wonderful.
Excellent. Yes, that's fine. No problem there. But if you're like some of us who found ourselves in sectors that were almost killing us, squeezing us, you know, you don't have a life. I lived in Lagos at some point. You get home at maybe 12:30, 1 a.m. You have to wake up at 4:30 so that you beat the traffic to get back to work. You can't live close to your office because it's very expensive there. You have to go very far and live very far away. So you're traveling almost 1 hour or more to get to work. So you literally don't have a life. You cannot attend your friend's wedding. You cannot attend family functions. You cannot do anything. Go work. No. What I tell people is that if you find yourself in that kind of space, you're telling yourself that this is just a route to something. While I'm here, what can I learn? What relationships can I build? Because I don't want to remain like this for the rest of my life. All right? So for that person who has a skill, you're working on it and you're saying, what can you do? Please take note. There are a few other services or solutions you can create that are entirely different from this dream of yours, but they are just a route. They are not a replacement for your dream. That's something you can do. But if you feel like there's another dimension, I can take this answer, feel free to bring it, because I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's something I want to say, but it has not downloaded.
The thing now is, basically, we literally just ran out of time.
Oh my.
And like so much more to say. If I want to add down, boku more day for talk. But you know what I mean? And at this time, we say continue for tuning to Radio Free Friday 97.1 FM, because we always they get more and more hot content like this for you. They help you for grow, help we self. Well, what's it called? That's alone. We all they grow, and it's necessary. It's very, very important. And I want for us to give you the opportunity for say the last word to fumble them before we close the whole program, because it's already past time.
Oh wow. What I want to say is that there is greatness in you. It's on your inside. There is greatness in you. Don't look too far. Look inside. It's in you already. You need to find out how to bring it out. But it's already in you. No matter who you are, no matter the circumstances of your life, no matter the struggles, the limitations, the poverty, the challenges, whatever it is, there is greatness in you. And if you're ready to bring it out, then it will come out and it will impact your world and you'll become a person of excellence. Keep developing yourself.
Me go end all thing with go simply be this. Excellence not something we're supposed to show all sign of life.
Yes.
Not to some sign no more. Some people then they not the world where the only thing where you see excellence in not in their skill, but in their ability for relate with them company man, in the way they manage finance, in so many different other aspects that they life them excellence not they. Amigo advice say, in as much as we already watch towards that excellence where they make way for earn money, if you're able for find way for look for apply that excellent principle they everything where you do, whether it be in hygiene, whether it be in your personal finances, whether it be in your skill, whether it be in your gift, whether it be in just relating with your company man, and all of those different things, you will find out that at the end of the day you'll be a far more balanced person. And people then go even assume a level of excellence way far higher than what you already do accomplish. Why? Because every part of your life they depict a picture where most people then go only wish see they before cancel. And you know something sweet about that, you're not gonna need somebody for remind you for stay in tune with excellence. We all side by use life, you'd already apply the principle of excellence. If not only you skill you work at excellently, go find out say what thing go happen. Inconsistencies then go boku all the time. Somebody will always have to wake you up, remind you. But if you apply excellence in an all-around fashion, you find out say you will never drop the ball. And that is what I believe each and every one of Winner Salon for Waka towards. Stay with the come back tomorrow and we'll get away. Wonderful conversation. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about something that will help you also to understand excellence far better. We'll be talking about talent, how for manage, how for use talent, within that talent, all the different dynamics of talent. Please make sure say you stay tuned to Radio Free and tune in tomorrow back for this program. But till that 10 day, Mina Lawrence, Adenayaso with Coach CHIEMEZIE. And we say tata.
Thank you, tata.
It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday. on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on